I was in a lot of pain, before adding elsewhere, Daryl lacks an understanding of how his actions impact Halo. He is often verbally abusive towards me in front of Halo. Halle also describes multiple other alleged altercations between the pair, including receiving a threatening text from DDG in March after he allegedly entered her home while she wasn't there. According to the docs, days later, the musician allegedly locked Halle out of her house and stole her phone before driving away and throwing it out of his car window. In addition to these interactions, Halle says DDG often engages in bad-mouthing me to his several millions of fans across YouTube and Twitch, which she says results in her receiving threats and hate on social media. She adds, "I have done everything possible to avoid going to court," before concluding with, "I cannot allow this abuse any longer. I cannot keep living like this." E! News has reached out to reps for Halle and DDG and has not yet heard back.
He's held his tongue the whole time. Bro, they've been through so much shit, bro. Real shit. Real shit. Nigga, the Diddy used to tell me, nigga, she used to smack the shit out of him on the bed. He chilling, she smacking the shit out of him. Real shit. Bow, you sitting on in his bed. Bow. Like, real shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. Real shit. Like, I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, he not gonna talk or whatever the fuck he wanna say. Whatever, bro. He can say whatever he wanna, or he not gonna say. But I'm not gonna let people think that my dog is some fucking abuser or some shit, bro. Hell nah. Hell nah. I'm not gonna let no people think my dog an abuser or some shit, bro. Nigga is not no fucking abuser. This nigga do not be putting his hands on women or trying to do that type of shit, bro. Bro, never. Crazy, bro. D is always, people say, and I seen some people say, oh, Femi not speaking on it, whatever, because it's true. Man, that shit not fucking true, bro. If that's, why is she coming out right now with all this shit? If that shit in January, why she ain't do all that shit in January? Why you gotta wait 6 months? 6 months and all this other shit. Like, why are you taking that route? You can't prove that this nigga a bad father. You can't prove this nigga a bad father. You can't do that route. Or you can't prove that he's not trying to co-parent or do anything. So you gotta pull this, like, this card. It's weird. It's weird. It's just weird, bro. And I don't like seeing my brother down or any of that type of shit. So I'm always gonna speak well, speak high of my brother. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird how the timing of everything is. Personally, to me. If you want to ask me, I think Halle's part of the Illuminati. People say, and
so those are pictures that she put out about, you know, her being bruised. She had a chipped teeth, and those are the text messages that DDG sent to her while she was on vacation with her sister. So we have earlier this year, we have heard DDG. He talked about, you know, not seeing his son. You know, it has been problems, you know, right after they broke up, because they've been broken up since October, and now, you know, we like I said, we don't know DDG's side of the story, because right now he's gonna keep quiet, and also his side of the family is keeping quiet as well until I don't know what's gonna happen. So. But yeah, she put out custody against her son, and also put down as DDG as accused her of being an abuser. So go ahead, Ronnie. What's your take on all this?
I just want to keep it clear, because I know this is right here. This is a sensitive topic, because there is women that are in abusive relationship. So you are in an abusive relationship, to me, always seek help, and don't be afraid to put a restraining order on anybody that's abusing you or putting it behind in jail. Let's keep that. Let's make that clear. And this is not a pro man channel, Sugar Bum. This is like we just reporting news, and let's go in. So Halo. This is what she said. She said she had enough of DBG. According to TMZ, she had enough of DBG abusing her. She filed a police report, of course, on yesterday, and asked the court to protect her from her child father. This is all coming from TMZ, folks. It's not coming from me. It's coming from TMZ. So Halo pretty much are saying that they had numerous conversations where between her and DBG will pretty much every time they'll have some form of engagement, he will physically attack her, physically make fun of her, physically make up certain choices about her on his live stream. I don't really watch his live stream too much. I know sometimes we report some of his clip bites when they go viral. However, he did talk about the aspect, like Jordan stated, he did talk about the aspect of how him not spending enough time with his son is because of Halo. She's not giving him the opportunity to spend time with his son. So eventually, I don't know, during that time span between October and January, they made an agreement for them to have that co-parenting thing going on. But however, during that time, he still was able to, according to her, he was still able to get physical with her to the point that he hit her too. To me, she waited too long. If this was going on for that long period of time, she should have gone ahead and report it. And also, somebody mentioned in the chat, which is also true, Ruby Rose also stated that he used to abuse her too as well. And that's also that's not alleged. That's actually she spoke about that too. Like, he's very abusive boyfriend. I don't know how true that is. That's their, remember they date each other. To me, if you ask me who's telling the truth, I think she's telling the truth, guys. I think he's abusive. Not only that, there have been times, this is just my opinion, there's been times he hang around Blueface. Blueface even told him, there's videos, you can look it up yourself, there's video surfaces when he comes out and saying that, hey, if you want to control these girls, this is what you got to do. So Blueface is known for being an abusive guy as well, and that's why he's in jail what he's doing right now. So, Hakeem, your thoughts on this? I think she's telling the truth.
Y'all might be shocked what I'm about to say. Hello? I believe her. I believe he put his hands on her. I believe that there have been abuse. I believe there have been verbal abuse. Did Shay act like he's smoking on that stuff? Because I've watched DDG and he have repeatedly talked about her on his lives. Repeatedly, like, this is not a thing. How did we know that he was having problems with her? You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't allege it. It's allegedly what he may have said, but I honestly believe her. Halle and her sister are not too in the media like that. And when I say in the media like that, not like most people. Their business is not always out there. I didn't even know she was dating, to be honest with you. That's how much her business is like quiet. You feel me? When she dated DGD, I was like,
I can't. We didn't know she was pregnant until
we didn't know she was pregnant. This what I'm saying. So she's not a media person. So for her to come out like this, I say, yes, they had to do. Like, he had to put his hands on her. Like, I 100% support and believe her. I know all his family and friends, they're sad because this might damage his career. But hey.
No, he never bashed her on the lie. However, he would talk about like certain situations when it came to aspect of his kids. She not giving him enough opportunity to spend time with his children. But she kept telling him periods of time, if you're gonna go live, don't bring your child on the live stream. And he continued to do it, even when he was on Aiden Ross and all these other people contact, especially Kai and that. Go ahead, Ake.
Listen, crypto made me rich. He didn't have to say anything negative. All he has to do is get on and feel sad, like, damn, she got doing this. The fans are going to attack her, and they have attacked her. She has said that. She has stated that. The worst thing you can ever do is make the woman who you have kids with look bad in public. This is why I don't agree with these public relationships. I don't agree with I don't agree with Dub doing the Britney. I don't agree with that. That stuff need to be kept online. Never make your baby mama or your baby daddy look crazy in public. Because these kids got to watch this stuff. They're going to grow up. This stuff is archived now. Oh, my dad was beating on my mama. The little boy don't know nothing. You know what I mean? So he needs to get prosecuted. He needs to, listen, like anybody who put their hands on women, you got to lose everything. I'm for all that type of work.
And they kind of show you, too, when it comes to aspect of black women. Black women really stand for their man. Even though their man could be abusive, they won't say anything. It took her, like I said, between October all the way to January, she hasn't said anything.
She hasn't nothing at all.
So it kind of shows you that how much she did care about him. Go ahead, George.
It also comes with this. Since they broke up, you can tell that they really, like, after they broke up, they never had a verbal communication or a plan. Once they broke up, how do you schedule visitations or split custody and everything? Not by going to court, but to do it, talk about it and everything. So, and you can tell from each other side that they never. It's been lopsided when it comes to who can have Halo or play or have a basic schedule and everything. And with this situation, it kind of blows up and everything, and we can see that like the past 6 months and everything, we hear at the time DDG on the sides about it's a struggle not seeing my son from time to time and everything. And from Halle, we haven't heard anything from her side because she's very quiet and everything. She doesn't talk publicly about her son nor her relationship and everything. And now that we saw this pops up and everything, and this is what I see from afar. I see that at the time, I think Halle had no choice but to get a restraining order against DDG because if all this stuff is true and everything, she didn't want to see her son father, go to jail or get prosecuted. That's why you never see she haven't even called the cops ever since they broke up, or she just went to say, hey, I want full custody and also I want a restraining order and everything. It's like, but I don't think that he want to see him go to actual jail and everything. I don't think she want to see the son's father want to go to jail and everything. But when it comes, like I said, when it comes to the situation and everything, if there has been some abuse, I could definitely see that because I want to know when it comes to Halle, what makes DDD tick like that to put if they're alleged put his hands on her and everything, because like I said, we don't know how Halle Berry is personally because she's not online, she's not public like that, but we do know how DDG is and everything. So like I said, we saw the pictures. I mean, do I believe it? Yes, because I don't think Halle wanted to put this much stuff on DDG, but I think like she had no choice to do it, especially after she went on vacation with her sister and everything. DDG sent a text out to Halle and said, hey, I know you out here with this dude and everything, which I find that him being kind of insecure in some things because usually DDG when once he builds a relationship, he's in another relationship, and now that you see that your baby mama is out there doing all about, and he might have some insecurities that Halle Bailey is maybe dating somebody and everything, and dating somebody else, or I don't like which we don't know and everything. And it's like DDG is kind of like getting on Halle for some stuff that Haley's probably not doing everything. And I want to know why if that's the case, why he feels so agitated to send her text messages or go to the house unannounced looking for your son and not really calling her and say, hey, can I see my son today, or making the schedule and we'll see my son today. So
Jordan, I got a question for you.
Yeah,
I want to pose this because this is something I did not disagree with Halle did.